This is a lazy man's dream garden. I don't dig and I don't do weeds. We're on a south facing slope, all scraped off clay here, there was no soil at all, and we just built that up over the last 4 years with compost and seaweed and cardboard, old pyjamas, that sort of thing. What we're going to do today is put in the late summer garden. We'll start off by knocking this ground into shape just to give it a bit of a buzz cut, then lay a bit of sheep shit, some cardboard, bit of compost and some lawn clippings, and away we go. It's particularly good if the neighbours have been a bit noisy the night before. It's sort of like about 6:30 in the morning they tend to get the message. You don't need to have a scrub bar to do this kind of thing. You can use an ordinary lawnmower. Just not having any lawns myself, I haven't got a lot of use for one. So we're going to give it all a bit of a feed. Good old New Zealand sheep shit. This is like takeaways for the worms. They're real happy about this. And they're a key part of the operation. Digging is a worm's job, you know, and as a good trade unionist, I'll tell you, it's a demarcation issue. You don't want to put worms out of work. Next step, we're going to use this old fridge cart. Quite a beauty, actually. And he's going to do the weeding for us. Costs you nothing, the old fridge carton. Weeds can easily just be suffocated away if you take away the sunlight. No digging, no weeding. There won't be any weeds come through this for months now. All that's left for us to do is to build a nice living environment on top. For that we'll use our old friend compost, which the worms are very happy to come and find. So we'll give those a good soak. These fellas will start to set fruit in about 2 weeks. We'll be eating them in a month. So I'm just going to put down a little mound of compost, wet it, fit the chili into it, tamp it up, move on till I've got a row of those, and then I'll come past with the mulch and just put a nice fat blanket of mulch on. Just ordinary everyday clippings. Can't put them on when they're too green. Let them brown off a bit. And they're going to do a few things. They're going to keep the cardboard in place. They're going to act as a natural blanket that stops the weeds. They'll keep the soil reasonably cool. There we have it. No digging, no weeding, plenty of eating. The lazy man's way to garden. So this is 3.5 weeks later on a patch we prepared earlier, and you can see the eggplants are starting to happen. Peppers are coming away. Dangerously hot chilli over here, that's a little Scotch bonnet. The courgettes just starting, and as you can see there's really no weeds to speak of in the garden, and there's been no need to do any digging. Usually if I'm taking photos for vegetable porn, I use a specially constructed miniature cigarette packet which I put alongside the plants to make them look bigger. Size matters.
More time for dancing when you don't dig and weed, and more time for dancing lessons is what John Boy needs.
4 years we've been here now, and when we arrived we just had scraped off clay, no soil at all. We haven't dug it, we haven't weeded it, we've just built it up slowly with cardboard and compost and seaweed, and it's fed us week after week. We haven't had to buy anything more than the occasional bag of spuds and onions, and we live really, really well. I don't dig and I don't do weeds.